So as you start in with Black Ops, you will see a safe upstairs. This is going to be in the safe house, and we're going to go through everything you need for this. If you want to go and find the back room, if you go around the outside of the property, kind of like round the side, you will be able to find this in like a door in a hallway, very dark hallway, and it'll take you downstairs. This is kind of like step number one. As soon as you're out here, this is exactly what you need, and it will take you to a boiler room. From here, you basically need to be able to then go ahead and turn the valve. So you've got the three different pressure points. You've got the fuel, the middle one that I can't remember, I think it's water, and then you have the actual ignition. You want to basically turn the middle one off so you can see that the water's gone. Pretty much 2 times. Then you want to go over to the left hand side and press the fuel twice. The one thing I didn't know on this first run is you can see the little gauge on the left. That needs to be half, so basically 2 times on the middle, 2 times on the left, and then do the far right. So I've just added this extra step in here, and then we can press the button and it will turn green. Once then you've done that, you then go back to the middle one and you bring the water back on 2 times. Once that's done, then you're kind of golden to start with. So you see the water kind of goes and it's still on green. You can go upstairs now. So from here, that'll be the first step of the puzzle, which is always perfect. Nice and easy for the first one because this is a bit of a long one. So go straight back through the middle and you want to go around this corner and you'll be able to see the piano. On the table, you'll see the black light. You want to basically have a look through kind of these. You'll see some music notes. I'm going to tell you what they are anyway, but just so for your point of reference, you can see them here just in case you wanted to do it yourself. They're all kind of like across here and they will give you the points of what needs to be pressed first. So just to show you the first one, you're going to go over to the right hand side, and I believe the first one is MN, I want to say. It's obviously in Russian, so I don't personally know it. MN, as you can see there, so you've got to press the corresponding one. The second one is going to be PE, so you can see I've pressed it there, or in a second. Coming back now, I'm not doing this live as you probably can imagine. So there's the first one. Then you want to go over to PE, keep going over to CN, which should be that one, and then AO, and then finally PE again. It will just automatically take you off, and if done correctly, you should see this door open. Obviously, if you've not done it correctly, it won't open, so you just need to go back and do it again. But that should be it. Then you want to go all the way downstairs and you'll see a very eerie little hallway. To be honest, this is kind of like the last few bits now. There's nothing down here, so don't worry. But this is just kind of where the rest of the puzzle starts. So you can see we've got a bit of reading stuff. If you want to go through, there's a lot to go with here. Obviously, we've got a keypad here. This is like a kind of like a, if you get it right, it will tell you where it's green. If it's in the puzzle, then you can obviously go ahead and change it into a different position. So I'll show you the very first one. And also, if you use your black light, you can press X once you're on this pad if you've not already got it out, and it will basically show you what numbers are being pressed a lot. You've then got to work it out from there. Obviously, once you've done the very first one, it will tell you what's not in the puzzle, what's in the puzzle, and sometimes it can be twice. I believe this can change depending on your game through. I don't think it's the exact same number, but you might as well try my number once we get to the end as well if you want to. So that's kind of the first one. You see some oranges and then some reds, and that was my final number to get through the door. We then have quite an easy one with going through the computer log. It's another like decryption key, but a lot easier. So this one I'm going to speed up a little bit more. Basically, everybody has the same words in different positions. You have got open, you've got bunker, you have got holding, and you have got room. Just thinking what the last one is then. So obviously, as we can see, I will zoom through in a second. If you see the top words, it will give the corresponding, and then you can see at the bottom what the kind of numbers are. So you can do it just like that, but just so you know, everybody has the same ones. So this one obviously is going to be holding. We had room at the top. The next one, I believe, was bunker for me. No, it was open for me. And then the final one was bunker, whereas it can be in different places depending on the game through, but it is all the same words, I believe, from what I've been told. So don't worry about which way you are. You can kind of tell which one's which, and then that one's done. Once you've done that, you want to head back through, and this is where I kind of went a little bit wrong with where to go next, because I went to the final part, not the next one. So if you want to go to the final part, keep going where I'm going, because that's the final part. We want to go into there. You can't go in there yet, so you need to head backwards We then head, basically we go right out of here, which will be left out of the door, I believe, because you want to go into the final room. I was looking for a key at this point, but you want to go into a room where basically you can get yourselves the key as well. It'll be unlocked from doing that decryption, so you can see we'll go left here, and then we'll go, no, it's right, and then you'll go left again. I'll go back up to this door thinking I can go into it. Honestly, I should have checked this bit, but obviously this bit's the final bit there. So you want to go right out of that door, and then you should see on the left here, this door has been opened because of your key. From here, you want to go and do the pick lock. This one's pretty standard. Obviously, you've got to use your analog sticks. Once you see where it says white there, and you kind of feel the pressure on your D-pad, on your analog stick, hold it in there and it should click it in place. It's the standard for any sort of lockpicks. I don't know why I had trouble with this first one. I think I didn't quite understand the objective, but once I got the first one in, we knew the rest too quite easily. But once you've done them, you'll be able to get it done pretty simply. Just find the lock, hold it in place, and it will give it a little tick. Once you've done that, you'll be able to go through the door, and you want to see from here, you should be able to find a key, I believe, on the table. If I go any closer, there it is. You want to get that key and then head back out to that final door that I showed you. So right out of here and then left, and then right again, in fact, sorry. Then you obviously want to go into this door. You can unlock it now, and we want to go over to the radio clock. This is the final part now. Now definitely strap in, because this will change depending on your game through. It is the same items, but it could be different. So once you go around here, you'll see a clock on the left straight ahead of me there. You want to toggle this, press off this, and you'll get the radio waves. You want to obviously amp it up first by going up with your with the left analog and go as tall as the green ones, and then the right analog is basically making the waves as big as this one. You basically want to mimic the green, and once you're there, you don't have to press any buttons. It will just tap it out, and you will then get this message. Now there is items that the radio's saying. You have 4 items, which are the 4 pins. So definitely listen to it. It will replay as well whilst you're in the room in case you forget it. I would possibly write it down, or just at least know your numbers, because then you want to go through the room after this with your black light and you'll see numbers on everything. So I think my ones was ashtray, crest, couch, and chair, which made 8935. There will obviously be different combinations, but as you'll see on the couch, it says number 3. If you've got something like that, that's number 8. You've got 4 over there for the barbecue. You've then got 2 on that little like landmine sort of thing, and then you've got obviously all the other stuff as well. So definitely check that out. Once you have got all of it and you're quite happy with it, you can obviously go ahead and make sure that you've got it right, but I was already pretty sure. I was just double checking with what I had. So I knew mine was going to be 8935. If you try and put that in the safe before doing all this and you kind of try and guess it, won't work. You need to finish this all. So then what we do from here is we want to then turn around. We've got all our clues. We want to completely back out and go back up to the safe that we originally was at. So once I've come out of here, I've kind of just double checked my numbers, went over them and made sure I got everything. And then obviously I had a look at the numbers again, and I'm going to cut that bit out. But once you've done that, you can then run through and we can go back up to the safe to get this sorted, and it is pretty quickly getting up there, to be fair. I thought I might have been lost in the maze a little bit, but I managed to figure it out pretty quickly. So once we've got out of here, this was the bit that was like, okay, which turning do I need to go to? I know we need to go somewhere, and I was like, is this the right way? And no, it wasn't. So you go back up that way, and then I figure I went the wrong way again. I went into here, and it's just straight up here and left, I believe. So once you've took the stairs up, you want to then follow the rooms round to find some stairs. Once you've found the stairs, it's pretty simple from there. So I know my stairs was going to be on my left in a second, or my right in a second. If I've just randomly stopped for some reason, I don't know why I've done that. And here we go again. So here we go back up, straight up to the stairs, which I knew this was the original one when I was looking to try and find the safe. You want to go through that door there, and then you want to go across the landing and to the left. This is where the safe is, and you want to then just input the digits that you got from that final room. Once you've done all this, that is all you've got to do. 8935, and then once you've done that, the safe should open there. You've clicked it in, and you've got yourselves your 1,000 coins.